Welcome back, everybody. Continuing coverage of the Ebonite Fall Classic 2021 edition here at the brand new Maple Lanes. My name is Mike Flanagan from InsideBowling.com. Hey, this wouldn't be possible without our great sponsors. I want to thank Ebonite for being the title sponsor of this event. We had 3 squads yesterday, A, B, and C, starting at 8 in the morning. Had another one at 1:45 and one at 7 p.m. We have 28 lanes here, 2 on each lane, so that's 56 per squad, 168 bowlers in total. We had a cashers round this morning with the top 56. They bowled all pinfall carrying over, and now we've got the 7th through 10th place qualifiers squaring off in 2 bracket matches here. I'll explain the rest of the format here in a moment. It is a little complicated, but again, I'm glad you're with us here. $2,700 up for grabs. The 2 players that will be eliminated in this round will receive $650 each on a $160 entry here at the Ebonite Fall Classic. If you want to find out more information about these events, head over to GIBA-bowling.com. And you can see all the great events they have up here in Iowa. The Greater Iowa Bowling Association, ran by Joe Engelkes and his family. We have 2 big events every year that we've been streaming on Inside Bowling now for almost 10 years, believe it or not. 21 total events. This is the 21st event that they've ran that are what they call their majors. So our matchups are on the left lane right now. You see Ryan Powers. He is taking on Tony Oliva. Winner will advance. The loser will go home. And right next door we have Josh Kennedy taking on Kai Yamada. Kai bowled 185 the last game and kind of backed into this position. Kai going into the last game was in 7th. Fell to 9th. After 13 games of qualifying, it took plus 271 to make it into the top 10 out of the 168 bowlers. It's 220.84 to make it. Our tournament leader is Nate Stubler. He is at plus 416. Nick Pate is at 412. Third is Derek Lewis at 393. Chad Nelson in 4th at plus 365. They'll be waiting for quite a while before they get to bowl. Fifth place qualifier is Brady Stearns. 6th place is Paul Bober. Brady Stearns came in plus 322. Bober had a nice last game, 244, to earn himself a bye here in this round. 5th and 6th players will be inserted to the winners of each one of these matches. So whoever wins on 3 and 4 will go over to 5 and 6. Whoever wins on 5 and 6 will move over to 3 and 4. And then we will see Brady Stearns and Paul Bober come in. Then we'll have a couple matches there, and then the winners of those matches will then go over to lanes 7 and 8 to figure out who will be the number 5 seed. And then we will have 4 games of a stepladder for you on lanes 11 through 14 here at the brand new Maple Lanes. If you're new to our channel or you haven't been watching this weekend, Maple Lanes burned to the ground on February 4th, 2020. And the reason for that was someone broke into the bowling center, tried to rob the place, and then set the place on fire. The Amy family had a decision to make. Do we rebuild? What do we do with the land? And they worked with the insurance company, Rich and Kathy, Fran and Linda, and they were able to rebuild this bowling center into a beautiful, beautiful new 28-lane bowling center with 4 duck pin lanes over at the Kingpin Social Club. It's a beautiful, beautiful facility. Been open for just about a month now. This is the first scratch bowling tournament they've had, and we're glad to be here this weekend. Also, we've got some great associate sponsors as well involved here. Part of the Ebonite Fall Classic Greater Iowa Bowling Association. I want to mention them now. The Convention and Visitors Bureau of Waterloo have been very involved in this event for 10 years now. And they appreciate bowlers traveling all throughout the states here, neighboring states, and even beyond. Clay Reese came in from Utah. Folks travel in for these events. The Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau is a big reason why. Also, our other associate sponsors, Infusion Bowling. Head over to infusionbowling.com, and you can use coupon code GIBA. That's right, infusionbowling.com, GIBA coupon code. Save 25% off over there. off any Die Sub apparel and all the items they have listed on their website. Also want to thank USA Mortgage, also the brands of Budweiser and Bud Light. Hampton Inn, also a sponsor. I stay there every time. Stayed at the Cedar Falls location this time. Beautiful area down there, downtown area. Make sure you check it out. Also want to thank OP Restaurant over on Ridgeway and Quik Star. When you head out of town, make sure you get gas at Quik Star. Pick up some snacks for your final descent home after you bowl this event. Or if you're coming through Iowa, make sure you check out Quik Star. Also a shameless plug here at Inside Bowling. We do have a merch store on our website at InsideBowling.com. You can save 15% with coupon code YouTube. We have over 400 bowling t-shirts available, some pretty cool stuff, great Christmas gifts. Make sure you check that out. And if you can't support us in that way, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Inside Bowling or /Inside Bowling, depending on how you get to your favorite social media account. So the action underway here. We're about 3 frames in. Pretty good match over here on lanes 5 and 6. You know, we got a funny game of bowling the way that it scored, because both players have missed, one an open, one a spare, and if they struck out, they would tie. Josh Kennedy here, he was the class of the field coming into today, kind of struggled this morning. He was our high qualifier coming in after all 3 squads combined bowled yesterday. And that ball really took off on him, and we're bowling on a leftover lane pattern from this morning. The pattern is 42 feet in length. It's a 1.8 to 1 ratio oil pattern out on the lanes. And it was designed by the folks at Kegel. John Janowitz put it together. We're on a brand new AMF SPL lane surface, as it is a new center build. You see the cubic AMF masking units as well as pins and pin setters, brand new pins as well. So unique setting, a little bit higher scoring than we would thought, but the scores really did start to come down. C Squad really struggled last night, only 5 players making it off of C Squad. There we go, 5-pin. That was a little closer than we would have liked to have seen it, but he picks it up nonetheless. It's good to see Tony Oliva back out competing on the lanes. Always when lanes are tough, Tony's a factor. I like his dog bone jersey. So again, you're just joining us. It's the bracket matches right now. These are the 7th through the 10th seeds. 1 through 4 are sitting enjoying some NFL football, I'm sure, and maybe some food in the new social club here at Maple. And 5th and 6th, Brady Stearns and Paul Bober are watching this match, and they'll be inserted in to take on the winners. They will face off to establish the 5 seed, and then we'll have ourselves a stepladder here. As we do every time when we come to Waterloo, Iowa, no matter which bowling center we're in, it's always the same format. So Kai Yamada here coming off of a not-so-good game down on lanes 1 and 2 in his final game of Cashier's Round qualifying. Looks like he's got a pretty good look here. He's on cruise control. He's got a double spare strike working. Players did have a little bit of practice, 5 minutes of practice before they came over to these pairs. Familiar with Kai's game. He throws it really nice. Two-hander. Notice how he stays down and through the shot until the ball hits the pins, does not pop up out of the shot, which is exactly what you want to do. That is one thing you will see throughout most of the styles of the players that are left in the tournament. Very good fundamentals. You'll see them stay down at the line, post their shots. Ryan Powers, double 8 spare, working in the 4th. Tony Oliva yet to strike, but all spares, filling those frames, keeping himself in the match. Nice shot by Ryan right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one more time. Here's the replay. Steps up out of it a little bit, but puts it right where he wants to. Gets that good pin action. Carries a strike. Now Josh Kennedy, oh, look at, there's a break. Just leaves the 2 only. Scoring unit still thinks it's 8. Make sure they get that change down there. Scoring correction. So Tony Oliva's going to have to figure out a way to start striking. That's all there is to it. Because his opponent is 4 for 5 right now and locked in on lanes 3 and 4. And my wish is his command. If you notice some pinfall happening, lanes 9 and 10 is the practice pair right in front of me. Kennedy going high again on that left lane. Lane 5 looks like it's really hooking for him. Saw him cross over and leave the 5-pin playing from further out. Makes the jump in. Still goes high. A lot can happen in bowling here, but early underway. Certainly Ryan Powers and Kai Yamada have the upper hand right now in their matches. Brady Stearns, Paul Bober practicing over on lanes 9 and 10, getting ready to draw each one of their opponents here. 4 can't quite go into the 9, threw a few pins over at the 9. Covers the spare. So scoreboard tells a story for us here. Tony Oliva can still strike out for 255. Ryan Powers can bowl 257. Kai Yamada, now with a triple up on the board, can max for 279. He's got Josh Kennedy on the ropes, and that multi-pin spare here for Oliva builds to his deficit. Widens the margin here a little bit. Not an easy spare either. Good spare shooter. I expect him to pick it up. Kai Yamada now looking for 4 in a row. That left lane is sparking. That's what I'm seeing. Or has the ability to spark, that's for sure. Seen a few high shots now. Now Tony Oliva misses the 2 off of the 258. So Oliva in a must-strike situation here in the 8th. Best he can get to is 220. Ryan Powers going at a 227 pace. Getting right into match play here. Players just had got finished, took about a 5-minute break, and now we're right back after it here. Oliva with a strike on the left lane. Definitely needed to do that, keep himself here in the match. So the next 2 shots, big for Ryan Powers. Josh Kennedy now up. Lane 6. Perfect. Beautiful shot right there by Josh. And here's Ryan now. Looking to start striking again, coming off a spare here. That's inside a target, it looked like to me, but that's been the hit that's been carrying. You got a little miss left. We saw, and we're going to see, Chad Nelson, who's our number 4 seed. He's been playing the hold extremely well today. He's got a little miss left and right, creating a zone, and that's why the scores are a little bit higher. You're going to see a little bit higher scores as we go through all these matches, through the bracket matches as well as our stepladder. I do believe that. Well, that's just a lucky break. Crossing over for the double there. Ryan Powers doubles in the 8th and the 9th. Tony, he missed the spare. He didn't bowl his best game here, but he certainly doesn't like to see that in the 9th. Kennedy now throwing at the 7. Max score is 216. 216 a max score now. Kai Yamada going at a 215 pace, 245 max score. Tony Oliva now, is he going to roll the 2-pin just for fun? No, he doesn't. Looks like Tony Oliva is going to finish in the 9th, 10th position, the bracket position. Receive $650 for his efforts on a $160 entry. Nice tournament for Tony. Oh, Kai comes in a little light there now on the lane. It looks to me as hooking a little bit more. Coming in light now. Tony's going to be in the 180s with a spare here. Just finishing up. Ryan Powers is finishing up. He's already got Tony Oliva completely locked out. Josh Kennedy here, though, he's got an opportunity to apply some pressure. Max score, 216 on this tough left lane. Josh has struggled on this lane. Only one strike in the match. 225, the max score for Kai Yamada. So he can strike out and force Kai to double. Starts right here, first shot in the 10th. Oh, and he thought that one was good. He thought that one was good, but that lane is sparking 4-6 for Josh. Thought he made the right adjustment here. Now almost an impossible split to convert. And Kai Yamada is going to dodge a bullet here. Ryan Powers would like to stay on 3 and 4 for about the next hour and a half. Unfortunately, that's going to be your last time bowling on 3 and 4, Ryan, as you're going to flip over here to lanes 5 and 6. Josh hard and straight at the 6. You know, this kid's bowled unbelievable this weekend. Finishes with 184. He is now locked out of the match. Kai already at 185. So Kai Yamada is going to move on. He's going to go over to lanes 3 and 4. Ryan Powers is going to go over to lanes 5 and 6. And they're going to bring in their new opponents, Brady Stearns and Paul Bober, the 5th and 6th place qualifiers. Again, 9th and 10th. Tony and Josh are both going to receive $650 for their efforts. Now, moving up the bracket, the losers in the next round are each going to receive $800 for their efforts. 6 is going to pay $900, all the way up to $2,700 for first. Appreciate you watching today's coverage, continuing coverage of the Ebonite Fall Classic. Once again, my name is Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling. Looking forward to bringing you all the coverage here throughout the rest of the afternoon, as we always do, right here from the brand new Maple Lanes here in Waterloo, Iowa. Kai's got 2 more shots here. Then players will come in for some practice. I'll leave the booth for just a moment, let you watch the practice, and come back to call the action. Nice shot by Kai. The one thing I would preview for this upcoming match and to watch during the practice here is how the players play lane 5. I think lane 5 is the most interesting lane out of these 4 lanes that we have. Looks like you can get it to a spot where it just wants to jump off the spot. After the next round, this will be the last we see of lanes 3 through 6. We will move over to lanes 7 and 8 after this for the next round. We'll take a brief break just to set up our cameras there. And then we'll, for the rest of the tournament, we'll be on lanes 11 through 14. There you go. Kai Yamada, 225 over Josh Kennedy, 184. I'll be back to call the action here in the next round here on Inside Bowling. And with that, action back underway here. So again, if you are just tuning in, we are in our modified bracket right now, where we just had the 7 and 10 seeds bowl and the 8 and 9 seeds bowl. Kai Yamada defeated Josh Kennedy. Now Kai goes on to bowl Brady Stearns on lanes 3 and 4. We welcome in Paul Bober on lane 5. Paul, of course, bowling Ryan Powers, who just defeated Tony Oliva over on lanes 3 and 4. The winners of each one of these matches will head over to lanes 7 and 8 to determine who will be our 5th seed. And again, they will then have to run the ladder. 4th place qualifier Chad Nelson was a plus 365 after 13 games of qualifying. Derek Lewis is in 3rd at plus 393. 2nd is Nick Pate at plus 412, and Nate Stubler is our tournament leader at 416. Other finishers, in 11th was Kyle Kroll, finished at plus 269. 12th was Brandon Mooney, finished at plus 264. Daniel Healy was 13th. He won the last event that we had, our last major. He finished at plus 263. 14th was Kenny Culkins III at plus 262. 15th was Jonathan Shallow at plus 259. 16th, Cameron Crowe at plus 258. 17th, William Jones at plus 254. 18th was Alex Denton at plus 248. 19th was Josh Collins at plus 236. 20th was Clay Reese at plus 221. 21st, Dave Dittlinger at plus 215. 22nd was Greg Ungelkis at plus 213. 23rd was Donovan Grubaugh at plus 211, also with Adam Morse. That's your top 24 here at this event this weekend. We had 56 players per squad. We had 3 squads, A, B, and C, 168 in total. Those are your top 24 finishers. Down to the final 8. No strikes yet. A little surprising. No strikes. All spares. Not surprising. Good spare shooters. Got to be a good spare shooter to bowl good in these events. Come on, Kai, let's slide this one over. And he does. 2-4-10 conversion. Let's go ahead and take a look at it one more time. Bring in the replay. 2-4-10. Look at this. Spare ball. Hooks just enough. Perfect. Nice conversion. Paul Bober now up on lane 6. Again, Bober bowled big 240 game down the stretch to jump in. Jump in a big way. Earn himself a bye through the first rounds. Bober was in 12th, trying to make it inside the top 10. Bowled 244. Jumped all the way up to 6th. Oh, and Kai leaves the 7 and the 10 with the scout going across. Come on now. Bober gets the count on the big 4. Kai being a two-hander. It's always interesting to me to see how two-handers can generate power and speed throwing hard at spares. You wouldn't think it would be as easy as a regular traditional type player, chucking it at it. You'd be surprised with how much speed two-handers can get at spares. But not going to pick it up here. You know, Oscar Palermo arguably throws it harder than anybody we've ever seen, and he does put his thumb in the ball when he does throw at spares. Says it increases his opportunity to bounce things out and pick splits on occasion. To make the difference between finishing first and second when you just need it the most. You never know. Bober now with a slow hooking strike on 5. Again, that is the lane to watch, in my opinion. Brady Stearns. He's got that good inside look. Is it going to hook? It does. Sends the pins left and right. No doubter there. No pin left behind. Welcome everybody into the chat. Everybody watching today. We know you have choices when you watch bowling or what you do with your time. We appreciate you tuning in to Inside Bowling. Powers was a pretty good shot there. Comes in just a little bit high for a 4-pin. Perfect shot on lane 5 by Powers. So suddenly, all of a sudden, this lane pattern, pair to pair here for our finalists, has created quite a low-scoring environment. Yamada with back-to-back opens. Still trying to find the pocket, but does get the 2 to fall forward. Excuse me, not back-to-back opens. Back-to-back splits is what I meant to say. He converted the 2-4-10. Then just went light for a 2-pin there, but it fell. And 7-10 on the left lane. So he's close around the pocket. Paul Bober finding the right lane hooking a little bit more than the left lane for him. At least based off his final results on the lanes. Yamada now. Beautiful shot by Kai. Spare for Bober. About halfway through the match here. Both games are totally up for grabs. Brady Stearns coming off the open frame. Has a good look to the pocket here on lane 4. That one going to hook? Going to peel? Yep, perfect. Good shot for Brady. Paul Bober now. Light hit, 5 and 7 fall last. So we've got the light hit working on lane 5. Still trying to figure out lane number 6. Brady Stearns. Big double now, so players are finding their doubles here. Oh, can't quite get one there for Ryan Powers, but still clean. Easy spare here. Should be an easy spare. Nice cover by Powers. Question here in the chat, who's my pick to win it all? I picked at the beginning of the day, Chad Nelson was my pick, so I'm going to stick with that one. He's the number 4 seed today. He'll be in the first stepladder match we'll have coming up. Brady Stearns now with a triple. Taking control of this match. Bober looking for his first double. High again. Just keeps going high on that right lane. Just cannot figure it out. What are total amount of games to make the finals? You bowled 7 games of qualifying, 6 games from the cashers round this morning, so 13 would be the number. Oh, gets the 6 to go off the wall there. Gotta love that. I want to watch that one again after the spare conversion by Bober. All right, let's take a look at that replay one more time. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this 6. Look at this 6. Oh, double tap. Double tap. That's a new gutter with a new lane surface and a new kickback right there. Kai Yamada now up lane 4, looking for a double here. Wraps the 10. Brady Stearns now cruising. Kai Yamada looking like his tournament life is going to be over. Really nice shot there, though. Well played ball. Also, for those of you that have come up here often in the past, Tom Hess has won this event 3 times. He's currently today bowling the PBA 50 Senior Masters, and he's already won the U.S. Open this year. A journeyman on tour, but someone we know and love up here in the greater Iowa area. And he is bowling for the title right now over on Bowl TV. I just snuck a look at the match right now. He's bowling Chris Barnes. Barnes has opened with spare, 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 strike, spare. And Tom Hess has opened up with strike, spare, double, and he's up in the 5th. So a little bit of a radio call here because Tom is someone that we know and love and has spent a lot of time bowling Greater Iowa events right here in Iowa. So give you a little radio call here. And Hess just went a little high for a 4-7 trip out late. Now he's in control of the match over there in the Senior Masters. Looking to possibly win Player of the Year this year on the PBA 50 Tour. What an incredible situation there. And what a great pickup by Kai. Take a look at this right here. Watch it again. Boom. That's like textbook right there. You saw the 6 tap into the 10. It was awesome. So Kai can max at 184. Brady Stearns in cruise control. He'll be going over lane 7 and 8 to figure out if he can be the 5 seed and bowl his good friend Chad Nelson, who's our number 4 seed. Those guys bowled a doubles event last weekend in Springfield, all archived here on our YouTube channel. But it's anybody's match here between Bober and Powers over on lanes 5 and 6. Hess has thrown another strike in that Senior Masters match. He now is got 280 max score. He beat Barnes for the U.S. Open, Senior U.S. Open. Not sure if it's a true double elimination format where he has to win twice to move on, but I'll keep an eye on that for everybody and report back. And Bober finally figures out the right lane after that many shots, but that's a big time to do that. So if you look at the scoreboard here, now Bober can strike out and win by 7. So big shot here in the 9th, and hopefully he's got the right lane figured out. Brady Stearns just saying, hey, I'm just going to throw 5, 6 in a row here for you and go ahead and finish Kai Yamada's day and move on. Try to make a run at this thing. One thing that this format does allow with having the bracket matches is you got a chance to win the tournament coming all the way from 10th. It's a tough feat to do, but it is possible. And now Bober, just after he figures out the right lane, makes a bad shot on the left lane. A little confused by the 4-6-7 here. Brady Stearns. Had a 6-bagger coming into that shot there. Doesn't really matter. Bober with the open frame now. Best he can do is 189. Ryan Powers going at a 197 pace. Needs to just avoid disaster, and Ryan Powers will move on. It'll be Ryan Powers taking on Brady Stearns coming up here to determine who will be our 5th seed on the show. Number 4 seed, Chad Nelson. Number 3, Derek Lewis. Number 2, Nick Pate. And our number 1 seed, Nate Stubler, coming up on tap here this afternoon. Crosses over for a 6-pin. Good count there, though. We'll just need to spare this and stay clean and should advance. Nice tournament for Kai Yamada. Finishes at 173. 244 for Brady Stearns. The final we'll put in the books here. The handshake. It's pretty simple here for Ryan Powers. Needs to fill the frame. 189 max score for Paul Bober. All right. Puts him at 185 right there. Needs the spare. Spare will put him at 186. Excuse me, that puts him at 175 in the 9th. The spare would put him at 185. He's at 184 currently. Again, 189 the max score. So he's got to pick this up to lock him out. covers the spare, so that's going to do it. Coming up here in the next match, we're going to have Ryan Powers taking on Brady Stearns over on lane 7 and 8. We will have to step away for just a minute to reset the cameras. And we will roll on, continue on. $195 the final score here for Ryan Powers. Paul Bober is going to finish up. While he does, I'm going to get ready to move our cameras. I'll give you the final tally when we come back here on Inside Bowling. Glad you're watching. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. We've got the 5-seed match here. The winner of this match will go on to be the number 5 seed in our stepladder final. We've got waiting in the wings our number 4 seed, Chad Nelson. Number 3 is Derek Lewis. Our number 2 qualifier is Nick Pate. Our number 1 qualifier is Nate Stubler. Here at the 2021 Ebonite Fall Classic, we get things started here on the left lane with Ryan Powers. Ryan made it through the bracket. Ryan came in, qualified in 7th position after 13 games of qualifying. He's taken on Brady Stearns. Brady Stearns was 5th, just missed being in the top 4, so he's had to make his way through the bracket here. He did get a bye in the first round. So Brady Stearns taking on Ryan Powers here, the 5th and 7th qualifiers, to go on to see who will be the number 5 seed. And head over to lanes 11 and 12 and lanes 13 and 14 to finish things up here this afternoon. Can't quite get the 10 out there. Again, we're at Maple Lane's beautifully rebuilt bowling center. From the ground up. It's really the story of the weekend. It's a celebration of bowling, getting things back in order here. It's been a long time waiting here since they lost the original Maple Lanes back in February of 2020. Covers the spare. So Hess defeated Chris Barnes in the first match, but he must beat him twice. It's a true double elimination format at the Senior Masters. This particular game, Tom Hess has a strike in the first, and Chris Barnes has an open frame in the first, and almost tripped a 2-pin, but leaves a 9, has an opportunity at 9 spare early in the championship match over at the Senior Masters. We're talking about that because Tom Hess is a fixture in this event. Good to see you, Paul. He's a fixture in this event, and we're all rooting for him here in Iowa to possibly win PBA 50 Player of the Year. He just won the U.S. Open. See you, Tony. And we're looking for him to win the Senior Masters. You know, he won the regular Masters, was journeyman on tour for a long time, and we're just rooting for him here, so that's why we're talking about Tom Hess here today. Despite calling action here in Iowa. Brady Stearns opens up spare. Ryan Powers looking to start out with a double here. We still have a shot at 300, everybody. I haven't said that in a while, but we still got the possibility of a perfect game by Ryan Powers here. Digging the eagle and the American flag on the jersey too, Ryan. Here we go. Oh, okay. Just a 10-pin. So it's game on. 1-pin match through 2 frames. All right, Ryan Powers now with his first strike in the match. A lot of respect for one another. That is one thing about the weekend events up here in Iowa. Everybody gives each other a lot of respect, a lot of camaraderie, a lot of knucks, a lot of appreciation for one another. Brady now a little light for the 7. Should be easy to convert. But still no strikes. Hit in the pocket, just no strikes. The consolation prize here in this match, the person eliminated will receive $900 by making it into the step ladder. That means you are awarded 4 digits, $1,000 or more. $1,000 for 5th, $1,200 for 4th, $1,500 for 3rd, $2,100 for 2nd, $2,700 for 1st place. They also have a bet you win pot here as well. I'll get the information on that also. That looks pretty good. I like that shot. Oh, wrap 10. Man, this guy is just all over the pocket. And then a mental miscue there, missing the 10 pin. Well, if you're Ryan Powers, you're liking what you're seeing from your opponent sitting on the bench. Important to get up here in the 4th and 5th and put a couple hammers up there and take control of this match early. Beautiful shot. See that ball go towards the 7 pin, just drive right through the 8. Textbook, perfect off the end of the pattern. Good pin action there. He got through it really good at the bottom of his swing, gets it back from a little bit of a further angle, and I think he would have probably said, I really didn't want that ball to get out quite that far at the end of the pattern, but it still recovered with the way he's attacking the lanes, creating a little room for himself. He's got a max score of 280, and Brady Stearns is like, what I got to do to strike here? But he's going to certainly try. He can still bowl 246, which is still a lot of score, but that would mean throwing the last 8 strikes, but he's certainly capable of doing so. I mean, he's been all over the pocket. See if we can get it going here in the 5th. All right, there you go. It all starts with 1, right, Brady? I think Creed used to sing a song about it. 101, the only way is 1. But now we got to work on deuce right here. And can't knock him down again. So another 9 count for Brady Stearns. This thing's starting to get ugly really fast for Brady Stearns. Ryan Powers looks like he's going to go on to take on Brady Stearns, one of his best friends, and Chad Nelson. Give you a little update here on the Chris Barnes-Tom Hess match. They are through 4 frames. Chris Barnes has 48 in the 3rd with a strike up in the 4th. Tom Hess has 69 in the 3rd with a strike up in the 4th. 21 pin lead right now at the Senior Masters from Las Vegas. Tom Hess has delivered another strike. He's now got Barnes on the ropes here through 5 frames. 21-pin lead plus a strike up in the 5th. I'll keep you posted on that match. Tom Hess is looking to go back-to-back majors, and I believe that gives him Player of the Year on the PBA 50 Tour with 2 majors. And a lot of shows made. Meanwhile, over here, Ryan Powers just went up and delivered another devastating strike to the pins. So 280, still the max score here for Ryan Powers. He is, he's cruising. He's got a good look on the lanes. And I'll tell you what, Chad Nelson's got a very similar look on the lanes. He'll be a little bit further right than Ryan Powers, but when it's your day here to get through the elimination bracket. That one there a little high, but trips out the 4 and the 7. A little bit late, but you got to love it when you're carrying those high flush hits. Brady Stern certainly not doing that. He's hitting more around the traditional pocket, not high, not light, really. And when he is light, even, he can't knock him down. So typically this is about the time in the match when you kind of take a deep breath and you just kind of let it fling out there, let it go, and he'll probably start striking. Arm swing gets a little looser. And there's the first one, high flush, runs him over, shaking his head. Oh, the messenger takes it out. There you go, Brady. There you go, buddy. A little bit late on the replay, but I want to just let people see that you did carry a strike. Look at that messenger. Boom. Look at that. Loves it. Loves it. Another strike for Powers. Kind of getting old here, buddy. Not for you, but for us. Just kidding. Wonderful game being bowled here. Give you the radio call here on Hess and Barnes. Barnes has now thrown strikes in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Hess has strikes up in the 4th and the 5th. He'll be up in the 6th next. He's really being deliberate and taking a lot of time to bowl. Breathing, putting both arms down at his side to calm down. Take it one shot at a time. He knows what's at stake at the Senior Masters. Ryan Powers, another strike, 7 in a row. Cruising. He's going to advance. I'm going to call it right now. Ryan Powers, you have advanced. Brady Stearns is going to receive $900 for finishing 6th. And Ryan Powers is going to go on to take on Chad Nelson in the next match. The winner will go on, of course, to take on Derek Lewis. Our number 3 seed, number 2 seed will be Nick Pate. And our 1st seed, Nate Stubler, coming up here on Inside Bowling. Give you the radio call on Hess here after Stearns throws a shot. Stearns crosses over. Really doesn't matter at this point. Tom Hess throws another strike. He's now got a triple. He's matched Barnes. He's up 21 pins through 6 frames at the Senior Masters. Stearns just kind of getting out of the way here. 3-6-10. Very deliberate match at the Senior Masters. Tom Hess still has not delivered a ball in the 7th frame, but it's a big shot for Hess. I know I'm just giving you the radio call here, but I'll tell you right now, off his hand, he liked it. Another strike for Hess, and he's giving it a double fist pump, staring at the pins, making some noise. He is feeling it at the Senior Masters. He is just one shot closer to possibly taking home back-to-back majors on the PBA 50 Tour. I will make sure to give you the update on what Barnes does in the next 2 frames. Once again, Hess has a 21 pin advantage, but he has a strike advantage as he is through 7 frames. Barnes only through 6. Brady Stearns, nice tournament, buddy. 191. Nice to see you back-to-back weekends as well. We saw him last weekend in Springfield. Ryan Power is going to finish out here. Then I'll have to step away for a minute, move the cameras for lanes 13 and 14, and then we'll be ready to go here for our opening match here of our stepladder. Ryan Powers becomes the number 5 seed. Chad Nelson has been the 4 seed for quite some time, and he's practicing down on lanes 3 and 4 at this moment in time. All right, and that's going to get us out of here just a little bit quicker. Thanks for that. Ryan Powers advances. Folks, we'll be calling the rest of it right here when we come back here on Inside Bowling. Be back here in just a couple of minutes. Folks, this is just practicing wrapping up. I do realize that we do have Okay, folks, sorry about that. They said they had one more practice ball left, and then they said, no, we're not going to take the practice ball, and we went right into action. So, yes, we are underway. Chad Nelson looking for an opening double, leaves the 10-pin. Just to let you guys know, Tom Hess has won the Senior Masters. Has won back-to-back majors on tour. So now our attention focuses 100% over here. Congratulations to our good friend Tom Hess on defeating Chris Barnes in back-to-back majors on the PBA 50 Tour. It's his year. He's really breaking out, and we're very happy for Tom. So just to reset here, stepladder finals. Pick it up here underway. Ryan Powers has found his way through the 10th through 5th qualifiers to come out as the number 5 qualifier. He was the 7th qualifier after qualifying. I'm saying qualify a lot here. However, he has now established himself as the number 5 seed and looking to improve and go on up the stair-step finals here. So we've got Chad Nelson here, who came in 4th. He finished at plus 365 today. Just to give you an idea, Powers was at plus 303. Winner of this match is going to go on to take on Derek Lewis right next door over on lanes 11 and 12. And then we'll come back over to 13 and 14 for our number 2 qualifier, Nick Pate, and then back over to lanes 11 and 12 for our number 1 qualifier, Nate Stubler. Great shot by Powers. You know, Chad Nelson, like I said, he's won just about every event out there possible. But he has not won one of these, the 21st edition of the Ebonite Fall Classic. When I say 21st edition, have 2 events a year. The first year they only had 1 event, but 21 in total. And now Chad Nelson leaves the 7. Joining me back in the booth, Tournament Director Joe Engelkiss. How about Tom Hess winning the Senior Masters?
That was pretty amazing, beating PDW and Doug Kent, and then twice Chris Barnes.
Yeah, and he beat Chris Barnes to win the U.S. Open.
Yes, he did, and that should wrap up Rookie of the Year and Player of the Year on the PBA 50 Tour for him.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Now Chad Nelson, mental mistake there, and misses the 7 pin.
Misses 7.
He's been sitting for a while.
Yeah. He did warm up quite a bit over on 3 and 4, but
Funny
still.
story for you here. Nate Stubler just texted me and said, "What match they in?" So he's not here. He's somewhere off site.
Eating lunch, I'm sure.
Ryan Powers has really been impressive. He's running up the ladder here.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball really well. That match he just bowled on 7-8 was pretty amazing. Yeah, Tom Hestes couldn't win this tournament this year, but I think he'll be just tickled to death with where he's at. Amazing.
Talk about somebody that deserves it.
Yep. Ooh.
Nice shot there. Tickles him. You know, it'll be interesting to see if Hess can carry over any of his momentum from the PBA 50 onto the regular tour if he goes out and bowls some events.
Yeah, I got a feeling he may still bowl some of the major stuff.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a master spot that he'll get paid by the GIBA because he won the points title from last season. So I'm sure he'll bowl the regular masters, and depending on how he does in the Iowa Open, assuming he bowls that, if he wins that, he'd get to bowl the U.S. Open. Chad needs a strike here.
He does.
Pretty badly.
He does. And he has not struck on this lane yet, on lane 13.
No. Ooh, that was tight. Tough spare.
He was my pick to win at the beginning of the day.
Always a good pick. Gonna have to pick up the pace here at the last half of this game, though.
Well, Ryan Powers, he's been getting all the hits. He's high hits, light hits.
Yep.
His carry percentage has been very high.
Yes, it has.
And that's not to take anything away from him. That's just stating the obvious. Yeah, back-to-back open frames on the left lane is not good for Chad Nelson. Well, Ryan Powers just pretty much needs to avoid disaster here, and he should cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And he is. Man, that ball looks great going down the lane.
Yeah, great back end reaction on that thing.
This is where Powers just strikes. He powers through the third through the ninth frames here. That's and there's another one with that 7. Somebody shot the 7 out of that one.
That
Again, we see handshakes. We see clapping for one another, and I mentioned that in the last match. There's something about coming to this environment. Everybody has so much respect for one another that if the other guy makes a good shot, that's to be commended.
Yeah.
You outbowl me, you outbeat me.
Yeah, it's kind of the Midwest way.
It is. And, you know, Chad will be the first guy to go up there and tell you, I didn't bowl good enough.
Right.
He actually came up to me and he goes, did I hold on to 4? He goes, I was chasing. He's like, it doesn't matter. I gave it all I could. Can't change it.
Yep.
And, you know,
that's him.
That's
Chad. Yeah, great guy. That's a better shot.
Yep, great shot. And he knew it. He needed to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
So max score 214. 278 max score for Ryan Powers. 214 for Nelson. 8th and 9th here is going to tell us whether or not we got to talk much more.
Oh, Brooklyn.
Oh, wow.
Brooklyn. Well, when you got it, you got it.
Yeah, you sure do.
Crazy. Jeez. He definitely has everything working right here.
Sure does. So 278 now the max score here. So, yeah, he loves the strike from the 3rd through the 9th, that's for sure. And this one's pretty much all but over. Chad Nelson is going to finish in 5th position. He gets $1,000 for his efforts on his $160 entry. Now Ryan Powers is guaranteed $1,200 for 4th, $1,500 for 3rd, $2,100 for 2nd. First is $2,700. Now, Joe, tell me, is there a bet you win pot here?
There is.
How much is in that?
$680.
Is every player in?
I believe all the ones that are left are in.
Okay.
I need to double check that though.
$680 additional dollars up for grab. I would imagine Nate Stubler is in and Nick Pate is in. Oh, look at the 2-4-8-10.
With his spare ball.
Just slow rolling it. Here's the replay. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And now look at the emotion.
Yeah.
It's a little golf clap for himself.
A little thumbs up for the commentators. Oh, and he didn't get to carry the Brooklyn.
I think Chad is saving energy for his next bowling tournament.
Yeah.
He's just preserving energy. This one here, he's probably just gonna he's gonna miss on purpose, almost guaranteed. Look at this. Look at this slow approach and he is gonna pick it up.
He says, "I got one more in me."
And this is not slow motion, folks. This is real time speed at the moment. Got the handshake there.
Oh, he's not gonna throw the last shot though. Maybe he's gonna throw his spare.
I think he's gonna slow hook the spare ball.
Slow roll the spare.
Over under on this is 8.
I think he'll get 9.
Oh,
yeah, he's gonna get at least 9. Oh, it hooked.
Oh, I suckered everybody into that bet.
7.
Under hits. Meanwhile, we got a guy bowling 267, and we're talking about Chad Nelson.
176.
Yeah. So there you have it, Ryan Powers.
267, nice ball game.
267, 176. We will be right back. We're going to move our cameras. We'll be set up for our next match, which is going to be Ryan Powers taking on Derek Lewis, our number 3 seed. We'll be right back here on Inside Bowling.
I know you're good.
All right, action underway here. Moving on up the stepladder. Ryan Powers still bowling. Taking on Derek Lewis.
He was pretty confident. He only took one shadow ball in his lane. He said, I'm ready.
Really?
Yeah.
Ryan did?
Yeah. Ooh.
Covers a spare.
Yeah.
So here's our first look at Derek Lewis. Derek came in plus 393. Has Derek bowled your events before, Joe?
Yeah, he bowled, I think, last spring. I think he came up with Tiffany Morris. Tiffany's brought a group of 4 the last couple times. And I believe Derek was one of those last year.
Great shot by Derek there. I was really impressed with him in qualifying. I mean, he's built like a house. So
Oh, he's a strong
bricks.
man.
Oh, yeah.
He's a strong man.
Most certainly is.
They're all from down in the Kansas City area.
Once again, this
Wichita, Kansas.
is Ryan Powers was the number 7 seed, just defeated Chad Nelson, who was the number 4 seed, taking on Derek Lewis now, and then we'll bowl Nick Pate. And then we'll go on to take on Nate Stubler, tournament leader. Oh,
Ooh,
solid 8.
Wow.
Let's take a look at that one again, see how the pin stood. Crossing right around 15, out to 10. Oh,
crushed it. And
hurts just as bad the second time around.
Yes, it did. Yeah, he says, yeah, it does fall.
It will fall if you hit it.
It will fall if you hit it. Wow.
So now this is where Ryan Powers, the last 2 matches, is struck in the 3rd through the 9th frame.
Right.
So this is where it all gets going for him here.
Well, not quite. This is only the 2nd.
Oh, you're right.
He's not quite ready
You're
to
right.
start his
You're
string.
right. I was looking at B.
Yeah.
I was looking at B.
Yeah. That's pretty close, though. Oh, one
Oh,
Brooklyn.
another one.
And he
He's had a
carries.
couple of those.
I'm thinking right now he might
Let's
wish
watch
he-
that one again. Let's see where he's crossing. Just inside of the 4th arrow, 3rd arrow, crosses over.
Yeah. I'm thinking he might wish he'd taken them extra shadow balls. I know he's probably bowled a lot enough today. He doesn't feel like he needs any more warm up.
That's
Took
much
advantage
better.
of it. Yep, took advantage of that break.
Take a look at the difference here in this one. Crossing in around the 5th arrow.
Yeah, that's closer to where he's been. Pretty deep and then giving it some room.
Lewis now here on the right lane.
Hey, you got the 8
Beautiful
out that
shot.
time.
Yep.
Yep.
Just doesn't cover a whole lot of boards.
Nope.
Kind of gets around the ball a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a higher axis tilt.
Ball certainly hits hard, though. You don't have to cover a lot of boards to get it to hit.
10-pin advantage right now for Lewis. Going to reset here, take his time.
I think he said there was a fly.
Yeah, that we
That's what it
have
was,
we
yeah.
have had a few of those here in the building.
Thanks to the automatic doors. They're really nice to have them because getting in and out with your bowling equipment is way easier. But I think they do let a fly or two in now and then. Now he 10 pins on that line.
Yeah.
That one got a little bit wider and didn't quite hit. Close.
Powers has had the ability to string strikes.
Good spare.
And now a triple up on the board. Much better shot on that lane out of Ryan. We'll look at this one.
He was real aggressive through the bottom of that one.
Yep.
Got her right nice. And, yeah.
Powers will be standing. He's left of the channel. Look where his foot slides here. Just right at the last board.
Yep. Right at the one board on the left side.
Leaves a 10. Can cut it to a 9-pin match here. Strike in the 5th. Little left to target, maybe? Oh, my goodness. It looked left to target to me off his hand. Got a break. 4, 10, fall late. So possible 260 left for Derek Lewis. 269 for Ryan Powers.
Yep.
High again.
He's left a mixed bag on that lane. 8-pin, a 10-pin, and a 4-pin.
Yeah, cannot double. And you got to be able to double to make it through these matches. Otherwise, Ryan Powers is going to bury you.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan's been striking quite a bit.
All right, good spare shooting here.
Yep.
We have yet to see Ryan open a frame, make any sort of giant mistakes other than the 2 Brooklyns.
That one looked like it was going to go high, and it just froze right there. Crushed him.
He's loving this lane pattern.
Got a good combination. A lot of ball, a lot of speed, both.
So here we go. Powers now up in the 7th. Looking at the scoreboard here, if he were spare here, and Derek can get strikes in the 7th, 8th, and 9th, we got a very similar game.
Ooh, he crushed that one.
Yeah, he sure did.
Wow.
10 back.
Pretty
Ball
shot.
motored through the pins.
Pretty shot.
Derek here still in the match.
Oh, yes.
Can still get to 240. Wrapped the 10 there. That was a much better shot.
Yes, it was. Looked really good off his hand.
All right, unable to throw a double.
Just about in a must strike situation here now. He's going to almost have to go off sheet.
Boom. That was perfect.
A great shot.
It's like he gave that one just a little extra room on the lane.
Yeah,
From here I
like
could tell. Wasn't as
like
forced.
Right. Looked like he just let it roll a little bit.
Yeah, gave it like a 2-board belly, a little bit more left to right. Gave that ball time to create a little more entry angle, a little more shape, and perfect through the pins. That is one thing that Ryan's been able to do.
Yep.
Is he's been able to get that ball to tilt off the end of the pattern and go through the pins towards the 7 pin. When your ball's going a little too straight through the pin, sometimes you can start leaving light 7 pins or wrap 10s. Got new pins here, too. We talked about great pin carry, but still new pins.
Well, that wasn't a very good shot.
Every shot he's made like that in the past would have gone Brooklyn. Not out of the weeds here yet.
No, he's not.
Possible 229 for Lewis. And now Ryan.
Only on 226 pace now.
Yeah, 246 max. And this is choppable.
Yes, it is.
Not to create too much drama here, not to wish any ill fortunes here, but this is no gimme.
No. I had 7 games. I had 1 missed makeable spare. This was it.
Hard and straight will take care of that, though.
Yeah. He's thinking a little about it now. Still in control, but he's got to perform a little bit here.
Certainly capable. Sliding onto the very last board again.
Yep.
High flush. Got a little bit of hold room on the lanes.
Yes, he does.
And that's why I was surprised Chad Nelson didn't put up a better score, because he was playing them pretty much identical to where Ryan was playing the lanes. All right, so simple story here. If Ryan doesn't strike on his first ball, the best he can shoot is 226, right?
Right.
Derek can step up here and strike out for 229. So that's kind of the situation what we have here. But 246 still the max for Ryan, 229 for Derek. Got to have this double.
Oh.
You know what? He gave that one a little bit of room too, but it just did not hook back.
Yep.
Leaves the 2 pin, so Ryan Powers looks like he is going to dodge another one here. And he's like, bring it on, Nick Pate. Bring it on. Yep. He will face Nick Pate in the next match. $209 the max now for Derek Lewis. Derek, for finishing 4th, will receive $1,200. Nice prize fund here, thanks to our sponsors.
Good shot there. Just a little. Boy, it was close the whole game. Just couldn't quite get the carry.
Seems to be always how it goes. They always fall when you don't need them to necessarily.
Right.
Oh, wow, almost a 7, 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
Nice tournament for Derek Lewis. I know he's not happy with what happened in that game. They're only posting 197 after averaging 230 plus for the event. However, still a nice payday and a nice finish. Ryan Powers moves on. Can Ryan Powers take down Nick Pate and Nate Stubler? If so, that'd be quite a feat coming from where he's come from. Coming in as the number 7 seed, making it through the bracket. It's no easy feat at all. Covers it up. We'll look at the final tally here. Be in the 220s now. Final tally, 226, 197. Ryan Powers moving on. He'll bowl Nick Pate here on Inside Bowling here in just a moment. We'll be right back, everybody. And Nick Pate just asked me if I was ready to go. And yes, I am, and so are all of us here watching here on Inside Bowling. Glad you're with us here. Stepladder Finals. We got Ryan Powers moving on, still continuing on to move on, groove on, and now he's going to be taking on Nick Pate, number 2 seed. Nick Pate, obviously the most decorated player here that we do have here in the field. Get things started here on the left lane. Nick's also won one of these events in the past.
I think he wishes he'd taken one more shadow ball.
Yeah, they didn't take a whole lot of practice here. Leaves the 4-9 ball red off the end of the pattern. But what I do like about this 4-9 for Nick, if there's anything good out of this, is his ball is driving towards the 7-pin.
Right.
He is going to experience very high pin carry, in my opinion, in this match, which will be the first time Ryan Powers has really seen somebody be able to create as much angle as him off the end of the pattern. Yeah, nice try there for Nick. So now here's Ryan seeing that 4-9. A little blood in the water here. Ryan has yet to be able to start any of the matches so far with a double. See if he can do that here. Buck the trend, so to speak.
I was going to say that ball rolled really early compared to what he has been.
Leaves the 3-6. He's going to throw his blue spare ball across lane, I would imagine. I would think that's what he would do here.
Yep, he is.
Should hit both pins with this ball. Ooh, perfect. Rolling over the holes. Backs up a little bit extra there. leaves that 3-6, picks it up. And guess what? He's got a lead in the match for doing it. I think we picked the right pairs to use also for the finals here with the maple lanes in the background.
Yeah, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it right
here. Worked out.
There's the Ryan Powers we've seen for the last couple matches.
Yep.
So now here's Nick Pate up on the right lane. Nick Pate here, as I like to say. Creating a lot of angle off the end of the pattern, at least on the first shot. That's what we saw. I don't know if he has the two lanes different or not. Like you say, he didn't take a lot of practice. Loves to play the inside part of the lane. We saw him do that when he won this event several years ago. Perfect shot right there for Nick. Nick, a member of the ever so popular house on YouTube with Brad and Kyle, Packy Hanrahan, the rest of the crew. It's made famous by taking his shirt off in their vlogs. You know, Nick's he's lost a lot of weight.
Yes, he has.
He's got himself into shape. Member of Team USA. He's been picked to go bowl. Team USA represent our country. I asked him last night, what was your favorite moment ever bowling? And he said it was winning the gold medal at the Pan Am Games. No singles titles. It was for his country, Team USA. That's the type of guy Nick is. Coming off a 4-9 on the left lane. Let's see what happens. Give it a little bit more room, but still the 4-pin. What do you do here, Joe? What's the adjustment?
Well, he's going to have to either go to a little bit of loft or move probably 2 and 1 further left.
Problem is, on a flat oil pattern, you're not necessarily going to catch more hold.
No.
And if you move your eyes right, you might hit the friction a little sooner. It might hook you even more.
Well, that's the concern, because they're getting some lineage now on that pair with already one match here in the finals and 6 games of qualifying today. So I'm sure it's starting to dry up in the front end a little bit.
I think he's going to trick it with his hand.
He probably will.
I do like the loft call.
Yeah, that's kind of what Ryan Powers is doing. He's kind of getting up there and giving it a 3 or 4 feet over the foul line. It's been working, but his ball's starting to hook real early on 14 now.
Yeah, we saw him cross over there. That's the first time he's crossed over and not struck.
Yep.
in our stepladder finals, modified stepladder finals. This is a semifinal match. If you're just tuning in, congratulations again to our good friend Tom Hess on taking home the Senior Masters title, back-to-back majors on the PBA 50 Tour. And as you said, Joe, I believe he is for sure the Rookie of the Year, and it looks like he's also going to be the Player of the Year as well, huh?
I believe that's all based on points, and yeah, Pete Weber could have stayed Player of the Year if he finished second, and Pete ended up finishing third. So I believe Tom Hess goes around him on the points. And it's all based on points, whatever their point system is. And the Senior Masters was 1.5 times points, I guess. So that was, anyway, the information that I had. Oh, yeah, it's starting to roll early on Ryan Powers.
Yeah, both guys seeing a lot of hook, especially on this left lane.
It's starting to really go.
Chad wants back in.
See, the scoreboard tells us how to pick that up. Want to hit the right side of the 3-pin. Send the 3-pin over to the 4 and the 7 while the ball takes out the 6. He's got that spare ball. He's got a chance to do it. Just takes too much of the 3-pin. Hits it too fat. Now, 64 in the 4th. This is by far the lowest score we've seen through 4 frames out of Ryan Power so far. Nick Pate right here in this match. He's technically got a 7-pin deficit right now, but with that open in the 4th, Nick's got an opportunity here to take the lead in the 4th frame.
He threw a real good shot on this lane the last time, so we'll see what happens.
Way left to right through the heads. He really liked it.
It's
It
gonna
looked
roll
good.
it.
He rolls the 10.
It's going to roll it. Nick's a little young to be rolling them senior scouts like that.
This is true. Hey everybody, Mike Flanagan here with you. I'm joined by Joe Engelkis, Tournament Director here at the Greater Iowa Bowling Association. If you want to find out more information about their events, they run up here 10 a year, 2 majors a year that we stream here on Inside Bowling. Go over to GIBA-bowling.com to find out that information. Here's Nick. What do you think? Over under 9 on this shot. He fed it to the right.
Way too far right. See, he tried to trick it instead of lofting it. I think, he's not typically going to loft the ball. He likes to set it down early right into the lane and let her roll.
He sure does. You're absolutely right. Now, what's interesting there is that's the first time that I can remember in our championship final here that we saw a player go light and miss the head pin and experience hang down lane.
Right. He got that pretty far right.
He did. But he also didn't want to leave a 4-9 or a 4-pin or worse.
Right.
So very tricky right now here, this left lane for both players.
Yes, it is. Hence Chad Nelson asking if he can buy back in.
So we got a 5-pin lead right now for Nick Pate. Ryan Powers up in the 5th frame, right lane.
Oh, he went with a little more loft and pounded it.
Looks like he might have got around that one a little bit too.
Yep.
You move your hand to the side of the ball, create a little bit more side rotation. Will delay the hook.
Absolutely.
And that's what I kind of thought Nick might do on the left lane.
I think he tried to do that, and the ball went further right on him, and it just hit that little out-of-bounds spot that was there all weekend. Scores were a little higher than normal, but there was still an out-of-bounds spot if you tweaked it to the right too far. Ooh, he found something.
Yeah, he's got a double now. Just as like he got up there and just threw it with more authority.
Yes, he did.
A little more speed, not being tentative or cautious.
Yep.
Went up with some real moxie to get up there and throw that one.
Moxie, that's kind of an old school term there.
Well, Randy uses it a lot. Maple,
Yes, he
Maple
does.
Moxie.
Maple
yeah.
Moxie,
Yeah, he sure
yeah,
does.
yeah.
And we're at Maple Lane, so that's why I use it.
Okay.
I do these little subtle things that,
Yeah,
that
okay.
people. It sounds cool because subconsciously they know what I was doing there.
Yeah, you're Mr. Subtle, all right. Oh, 9, almost a 7-9 pocket. Wow.
Let's see that one more time. I want to look at this ball go through the pins. Look at this. Looks good off his hand.
Looks good
and
there.
Look where the 8. Look where the 8 pin. Man, that ball just dances
Smoked
off the deck.
Pin. Yeah. Wow.
All right, covers it up. So let's look at a max score situation here. 228 for Pate. 244 Powers.
Yes.
If there were odds on over-unders here, I'm sure the book would set this at 9 for Nick. And it would probably pay better odds by taking the over based off his prior shots here. But I'm going to tell you right now, Nick Pate's going to go up here and absolutely blow the rack for 10 back right here on this left lane. That's what I predict.
And he did.
Much better shot. Nick thought about that one sitting on the bench and just said, let's not overthink this one.
He actually looked like he moved just a little deeper in the
Little
lane
bit.
and didn't give it quite as much room right.
Yep.
Played a little bit more direct.
Probably told himself to be nice to it at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Don't overhit it. Don't be grabby. Oh, how about that 4? How about that 4? Let's look at it again. Look at this. This looks like you out there bowling, Joe.
Yeah, it does, Mr. Trip the 4 pin.
All that pin action.
Yeah, right.
That was a huge, huge hit right there for Ryan.
Yes, it was.
Putting some pressure on Pate.
Oh, almost the same thing, the same hit, but he 4-7 this time.
High on that lane again.
Yep.
All right, 222 is the max for Ryan Powers. 228 for Nick Pate. He can go up in the 8th and 9th frame and throw 2 strikes and not be shut out. He can control his own destiny.
Yes, he does.
All starts here. He's got to have this one here. Be a big double for Nick. Perfect. And, you know, I said coming into the event that he would be, he's the chalk. He's the guy to win the event. He's got the most experience at the highest level. He's won this event before. He's no stranger to coming up here to Iowa. When a lot of his other friends couldn't make it out for this one, he still came. Been going about his business. He's the only guy in the field with a PBA League jersey. I say that meaning that he's the most qualified and bowls at the highest level compared to everybody else in the event. So he's the chalk. A lot of youth here in this event as well, though, that some could argue would be the chalk of the tournament. Nate Stubler, our top seed, included to be one of those. Now Nick's got the pins dancing, so he does exactly what he needs to do in the 8th and 9th frames. He cannot be shut out. Now it's just a matter of how much pressure can Ryan Powers apply to Nick Pate here. See what I did there?
Nick Pager.
You looked at me. You got it.
I got it.
You're a regular listener here.
Yes, I am.
Ryan needs to have this one set up the 10th. Buries it. Now, how does the lane choice work in this thing? Did Nick have lane choice?
Yes.
Okay, so he made a smart choice
Yes, he did.
because that left lane is the tougher of the two from what we've been able to see from our vantage point. Smart on his part. Don't forget, folks, coming up after this semifinal match, we have Nate Stubler will take on the winner. $2,700 for first, $2,100 for second, $1,500 for third. That's a money ball right there on the left lane. That was a huge shot from what we've seen on this pair. This will be the last time we see this pair. We'll be retiring it after this game for the rest of the event. We'll see you again next year. Lanes 13 and 14. A championship pair will be 11 and 12. Huge shot right there. He is putting the pressure on Nick Pate. Nick Pate's now going to have to step up in the 10th frame and deliver a double, provided we get good count here. Again, max score 222. Ryan Powers, Nick Pate 228. Ryan's been tough to defeat. And the 4 goes into the 9. Let's watch that one more time. Take a look at this. Down and through the shot. 4 into the 9. 222 the score. So Nick's got to go up and throw a double. And then 5.
Yes.
I don't know why I couldn't figure that out looking at that scoreboard.
Well, that's advanced math.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta have it. That got to the right quick.
Yep. That was too far right.
Comes in light, and now Ryan Powers has got himself to the championship match against Nate Stubler. Nick Pate would like to have that shot back right there, but you know what? Ryan Powers, he went up in the 10th frame, delivered 3 strikes, put the pressure on Nick. Holy Toledo.
What was that?
Got a little open play here in the bowling center, and sounds like something pretty severe just happened down on the high end of the bowling center there.
Yeah, it did.
Little distraction. But it's all for naught. Doesn't make a difference down here as we move on to our championship match. Nate Stubler, looking to be a 2-time champion also of this event. He'll join the list of Casey Murphy, Tom Hess, and Dave Barris.
Yep.
All right, folks, we'll be right back here with our championship match here on Inside Bowling. All right, everybody, welcome into the 2021 Ebonite Fall Classic Finals, stepladder finals. We got our number 1 seed, Nate Stubler, looking to be a 2-time champion. Joined Tom Hess, who won the Senior Masters today. After winning the Senior U.S. Open, he's won this event 3 times. Casey Murphy has won twice, and Dave Barris has won twice. Stubler looking to add his name to that list of very accomplished bowlers, but at a very young age. Stubler, the southpaw, he's our number 1 seed coming into this match. He was plus 416 for 13 games. It's 232 average. Starts out with a strike using urethane on the left lane. And we'll probably be using urethane on the right lane as well. Now, Ryan Powers, we've been watching him bowl all afternoon, came in as the 7th seed in the elimination bracket. He earned himself the 5th seed and then went on to defeat Chad Nelson, Derek Lewis, Nick Pate, and now bowling for the title. Gets a lot on it. A lot of ball reaction out of Powers here. Leaves a 3-6-9-10. Powers going to have to be on his game here if he's going to beat Stubler. Stubler's going to hit the pocket probably 10 or 11 times out of his 12 shots he can throw. He's not going to miss the pocket. It's all going to come down to pin carry for Stubler, typically with a urethane ball. 2 to 3 single pins in there. Every once in a while you could leave a fast 8 or so. So Stubler's probably going to bowl 247 or better. And now, with Ryan Powers going up there, missing that completely, now his max score is 276. So about 30 sticks of wood out there still left if Stubler were to bowl in the 240s with the urethane ball. That's just kind of my prediction. Stubler probably around 246, 247 is probably the number he's going to put up. It could be more, of course. But now Powers with that open frame gives up 30 sticks right there just about. It's going to take 240 or 250 to win this one.
Yeah, first time he didn't carry that 9 pin out.
Leaves the 9. Now, I do say the game about 240 for Stubler, but last week right here on Inside Bowling, and I hate to keep harping on it, but Stubler was in an opportunity where he and his partner Cameron Crowe, they were bowling on a house shot in a doubles tournament. Stubler missed a critical 7 pin in the 9th frame to cost them the ability to advance. So, we could see that. So there's another critical error right here, and if you're Nate Stubler, you just got to be...
Oh, chomping.
Yeah, you're just chomping at the bit to get up there, keep hitting the 1-2 pocket and cruise home to victory. Back-to-back open frames, very uncharacteristic of what we've seen from Ryan Powers so far today.
Yeah, Ryan's come all the way from the first match, so that's only been done one other time, I believe.
All right, so like I said, there's that urethane ball, leaves a 6 pin. Gonna continue to hit the pocket every shot. That one checked a little earlier than I thought it would. I think you got the same feeling on that, didn't you, Joe?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Again, 2,700 to the winner, 2,100 to second. Nick Pate went home with $1,500. Both these guys in the bet you win?
Yes, they are.
$680 additional dollars up for grabs?
680, yes. And Nate Stubler, for those who are not aware, won our 11thframe.com tournament last month, so this would make him a back-to-back major GIBA event champion. Not an easy feat to accomplish.
Not at all. Stubler, a weekend warrior, bowling all the time. Also bowls collegiately at St. Ambrose. Bowls with his good friend Cameron Crowe. I asked Eric Liddig yesterday who anchors that team, and he goes, "Oh, it just varies." Very politically correct statement there. I didn't put him on the hot seat any more than that. I didn't pry. I'll ask you, the chat, who would you have bowling anchors? This guy Stubler right here or Cameron Crowe?
Oh boy, that's a toss-up. I tell you, they're both really, really tough in the clutch, and they both strike a lot. I think it depends on what type of pattern you're playing on.
Take a look at this shot here. Stays down till the ball exits the pattern.
Yeah.
10 back right there. So far, 3 for 3 hitting the pocket. Now, Ryan Powers, I don't know what you're going to do here, buddy, but you're going to have to start putting together those strikes like you did in the other matches between the 3rd and the 9th frames. All starts here in the 3rd. Looking to rebound after 2 opens.
Ooh.
Almost an identical leave that we saw in the first. 3, 6, 9, 10 in the first, and he whiffed it completely. Let's see if he can get a pin on this one.
That's big of you, Mike.
Well, I mean,
A pin.
this guy's bowling. This guy's worked so hard to get here.
I know.
And he can't hit the front pin, and that's what you do in bowling, and that's what we're looking for right here. And I think Ryan would agree with me if he was commentating on his own match.
Oh, he missed them all again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what is going on here.
Well, I think he might be running a little low on petrol.
Could be very fatigued.
A lot of games.
13 games to get here.
Yeah. It's a long road to make it all the way from the 10 versus 7 match.
Joe, if you haven't noticed by now, I play the trends, and I commentate on the trends. He had not hit a spare yet in this game.
Yeah.
He's 0 for 3.
You're correct.
Now here, again, I mean,
You gonna give him a chance to make this one, Mike?
well, my gut tells me he's going to make it, but I thought he was going to make the last 3. I mean, is this a championship match? Is he really going to go 0 for here? 0 for 4? I don't think so. I think this one he's got. Please make this spare.
Oh, he's hooking at this one.
I'm going to clap.
He got it. Yeah.
Now, if Nate Stubler wants to impress me, he'll go grab a 6-pound house ball off the rack and still compete in this match. We always want a good final here, and man, I don't know what's going on here. So we got to do a little comic relief or something here to keep the audience. Or at least try to, anyway. That one was much better by Stubler. Didn't read as early. I'm going to put it to the chat right here. Put a poll in here. Stubler total over 247.5. Under 247.5. Going to put that in. We have a poll posted now in the chat. What do you think? Stubler, over or under 247.5? Three in a row for Stubler, like a robot. Stubler, I'm sure, is bowling within himself here, not even really thinking about this score being bowled at him. All right, we're on the board with a mark. Ryan Powers, strike in the 5th. I guess I should call it a max score here. 222. He throws the last 80, bowls 222. It's 180 plus 42. That's 222.
Yep, that's correct.
All right, back to back. That's more like it.
Ball change, and this one gets down the lane a little better.
I think Ryan Powers is looking for a power outage here. All right, here's Stubes here. Right now in the chat, our poll right now with 55 votes, over 247.5, 43% of the votes. Under 247.5, 57% of the votes. I'm going to close that poll after this shot. More up the lane.
In, way in. Now they're all going to vote under.
I just ended the poll.
Can't vote. Yeah, that was way in. That's a good 4 or 5 right.
Yeah, way up the lane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the one thing he really shouldn't do here. Oh, almost bounced that thing out.
He did almost bounce that pin out.
All right, a little more drama here anyway.
Yeah,
Thanks, Nate, for making it interesting.
Yeah.
242 max. Ryan Powers can still bowl 222. I'll tell you what, if Ryan Powers strikes out for 222 and wins this thing,
It'll be
I
an
don't know,
all-time story.
where does he live?
Ryan is from Omaha.
Omaha. Well, however many casinos are on the way, I suggest stopping off at every single one of them.
Well, he is a casino man too.
Is he really?
Oh yes. Ryan likes to play. Likes to play.
All right, perfect shot by Stubler there. Right back on it. Wonder if he's thinking about the right lane a little bit.
Well, I think he's thinking about making a better shot on the right lane next time. That was definitely not his best effort.
He's got to finish on the right lane, too.
Yes, he does.
All right.
Yep. I really don't think it was the lane. I think it was the...
Nerves?
No, I don't think nerves. His execution just was a little off. I don't think it's nerves.
I mean, it shouldn't be nerves after who he's been taking down here
Right.
along the way. He's
Right.
bowled enough head-to-head matches.
Right.
Again, $2,700 to the winner plus the $680 bet you win pot. That'll be a total of $33.80. $33.80 would be that total. $2,100 for second.
Good math.
Oh, now he's screaming at the pins. Hit. Yelling at it to hit. Right back in the match here.
He is back in it.
Delivers a 4-bagger. Just imagine if he would have made a couple of those spares. Where he would be right now.
Or at least got a few of the pins.
Yeah, a few of the pins. Yeah, just a couple count here and there. All right, Stubler up on the right lane here. So we've seen him go 6-pin. We've seen him go through the face for a 4, 6, 7, 10, otherwise known as a big 4. We've also seen him strike on this lane.
Yes. He definitely has to get the ball left to 5. He took that last one pretty bad. That's a better shot.
Yeah, that's good. 10 back. Perfect. He can set it up here in the 9th. Pretty nice for himself. He can cruise home to victory. If he were to get 9 spare here, that would give him 151 in the 7th, 171 in the 8th, 191 in the 9th. Strike out from there, that'd be 222 or 221.
And he could get shut out.
Yeah. Gotta have a strike here.
He needs this strike for sure. Pretty good shot.
Perfect. All right, well, he controls his destiny here.
Yep.
Ryan Powers can strike out for 222. That would force Nate Stubler to throw the first hit in the 10th.
Oh,
Through the face for a 310, and that's all she wrote.
yep, that will be your match.
Nate Stubler is going to be a 2-time champion here at the Fall Classic. Did he win the Fall Classic or the Winter Classic last time?
I think it was the fall.
Yeah, it was, because I was there.
You were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the
So
fall
he's
last year.
yeah, he's a repeat champion of the September event.
Yes, he is.
Same building? No, different building.
Not the same building.
That was a joke. I wanted to see if anybody was paying attention at home.
Yeah, okay.
This place has been open a month. Well, hey, Ryan Powers, I know the beginning of this match, I called it like I saw it there, but, man, you've really impressed me today. You've had a nice tournament, man, and take home $2,100 on a $160 entry fee and be able to bowl this many games, this much lineage. Quite a value there.
Yeah, he really performed here in this modified stepladder. Bowled really, really well.
Folks, I want to thank you for watching all weekend with us here, supporting the channel, Inside Bowling. Once again, don't forget to support the sponsors. Of course, our title sponsor, Ebonite, all of our associate sponsors as well, the Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau, Infusion Bowling. Don't forget you can save 25% over at Infusion Bowling with coupon code GIBA. GIBA. Also, USA Mortgage, Budweiser and Bud Light, the Hampton Inn, OP Restaurant over on Ridgeway, and Quik Star. Make sure when you leave town, you go to fuel up. Make sure you go over to Quik Star, grab some snacks, and make it safely home to your destination. Stubler taking a victory lap. Little 6-8 falling out late. Going to be in the 230s now. 177 the posted score for Ryan Powers. I want to thank the Amy family for rebuilding the bowling center and going through everything. It's a beautiful new build here at Maple Lanes. Rich and Kathy, Fran and Linda. Wish you all the best here with your new venture here, Maple Lanes rebuilt. And if you're in the area, you got a chance to come by. Make sure you check out the Kingpin Social Club. Grab some food, watch the games, maybe play a little duck pin in there. Host your next fantasy football draft. Maybe have a company party here. Or just a celebration with friends. Come on out. Support Maple Lanes. Great people. And it's awesome that they rebuilt this place. Thanks for spending some time with me, Joe. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
And Nate Stubler, two-time champion, joins the list of Tom Hess, Casey Murphy, and Dave Barris. In just a moment, I'm going to talk to Nate Stubler right up here in the booth.
Defending champion in this tournament and 2 months in a row. Wrapping up that points title early.
All right, everybody, we'll bring it into the booth. I am here. Man, this is becoming a ritual every September. Nate Stubler, our two-time champion here. You join the list of Tom Hess, who won the Senior Masters today and the U.S. Open. He's going to be Player of the Year. Also, Dave Barris, who had a career on the PBA Tour. He's won this event twice. And Casey Murphy as well, who's won the Bowler's Journal before and very decorated amateur player. How's it feel to be a two-time champion?
Honestly, it's unbelievable. You know, I mean, anytime there's an annual tournament kind of thing, I mean, it's hard in general to be able to repeat, you know, a good performance here and there from year to year, especially with this being in this bowling center for the first time in a long time. You know, just different characteristics of the places. So, just it's unbelievable. It's almost unrealistic. So just, really happy I was able to make some good shots this weekend and, put it there when I needed to. So.
Yeah, you overcame Pate there in the very last game of of qualifying there in the cashier's round of qualifying. Were you looking at the numbers and that? Did you want to be the top seed?
Yeah. So definitely, I was watching the last game, and second to last game, there was a point where he was on 279 pace, and I opened, and he ended up opening, and I kind of knew that I needed that there, so I showed a little bit of frustration, but going into the last game, it's like, okay, you still got 12 more shots you got to make at least, and then you just kind of got to, whatever's in your control is in your control, but whatever he does is whatever he does. So at the end of the day, you just want to try to put yourself in the best position to just ultimately try to make a run at it. So I just tried to stay close with it, and I was able to throw, I think, the last 6 out of 8 strikes, or 6 out of 8 potential strikes. So I just tried to keep it close, and then luckily the pins fell my way to the point I was able to take over the 1 seed. So
Yeah, did you use any other ball besides urethane?
I did not throw anything other than the purple this weekend, no.
That's it, just a purple hammer.
Just the 16-pound purple, yep.
16 pounds, too. Man weight, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You got enough in it? You okay? You feeling okay?
Exactly.
Okay.
I got to hit the gym tomorrow. I got to make up for it,
that's right. I might want to rest that thing for a little bit.
Yeah.
So back-to-back wins here, too. You just won the 11thframe.com Open, so 2 majors in a row up here in Iowa.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was exciting. And that's something I kind of thought about coming into this weekend was like, well, I know I've won the 11th frame 2 years ago, and then I won this event last year. And I was like, that'd be pretty cool to be able to repeat, and do it in the same year and the same season and stuff. So the fact that I was able to, I mean, it's just, it's unbelievable almost, It really is an honor to be able to bowl these events and, have a little bit of success in them. So
yeah, still going to college and everything?
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm doing my master's in accounting right now at St. Ambrose University, and with the whole COVID year rule,
Fifth year senior, right?
Yep, fifth year senior. So
cool.
Ultimately taking advantage of it and bowling another year.
Yeah, awesome. Winning some money on the weekends and that. I asked Eric Liddy, your coach, you get to bowl with Cam Crow, right?
Oh, yeah.
You get to bowl with him in college. You guys bowled last weekend on the same channel.
Yep.
Had a nice run there as well. We won't talk about that today. I won't give you a hard time on that one, but nice redemption today, by the way.
Thank you.
However, I asked him, I said, who's a better bowler, you or Cam? And, of course, he couldn't give me an answer.
That's 100% Cam. That's not even a question.
So I'm going to ask,
question that.
So Cam's a better bowler?
1,000,000%. Cam is 100% a better bowler than me. He's one of the few people in this game that I look up to. The things he can do with a bowling ball it's amazing. And he pushes me every day to be better and, just wanting to try to compete at the same level as him. I mean, he's done some pretty impressive things in this game, so having him as a teammate is great. I learned a lot from him. Hopefully he learns a few things from me here and there, and it's an honor to bowl with him as a collegiate teammate. Yeah,
you guys are good friends. You bowled last weekend together. Do you guys teach each other things? Do you guys practice together? Because I personally feel like if you melded the two of you together, you'd almost have the perfect bowler. Because sometimes he gets a little amped up, a little hyped, and you're very even keel and steady. But sometimes you lack a little bit of power on the lanes where he makes up for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those things, like our games, like to the extent, I mean, we see things almost completely different, which is really weird to think about, but it's almost like we're just opposites on how we handle things. So like my typical thing would be like, I'm a bit softer player with it. I'm going to, get right, just like I'll make an adjustment right. And his game is, throw it a little harder and like stay on top of it kind of thing. So like there's just a few things like we kind of I wouldn't say disagree on, but we kind of differ from. But in all reality, though, I mean, it's taught me to learn how to be able to throw it harder and stay on top of it. And, he's learned to make more adjustments and moves and stuff and just kind of like get the right entry angle into the pocket. So I've definitely learned a lot from him. So.
Well, maybe he can learn something from you because he didn't even make it in the top 10 here today, and you've won back-to-back. So
it happens. I mean, he's had my back plenty of times in tournaments and stuff. There's been plenty of times on Sundays I've been back there watching him. So
you guys have been killing it when I've been on the live stream. I was at Junior Gold and called a championship match for him. So you've been killing it. So Nate, you mind sticking around with me while we take it off the air here?
Yeah, absolutely, not a problem. All
right. Well, congratulations, this guy right here, Nate Stubler, winning again back-to-back. You gonna be here in February?
Yes, sir. I will be back in February.
Hopefully I am too. So we'll see if Joe will have me back or not. But hey, folks, we want to thank you for watching the coverage this weekend. We want to thank the bowlers for all the great competition out on the lanes. Congratulations again to Nate Stubler. Want to thank everybody here at Maple Lanes for the great hospitality, the new rebuilt bowling center here. Get a chance to come by and check it out. You definitely should do that. Want to thank all the sponsors. # support the sponsors of this event. Of course, Ebonite, our title sponsor, and all the associate sponsors as well. Our next broadcast will be next month from the Nightmare Doubles in October, coming to you from Arkansas. We're looking forward to that one. And on behalf of Joe Engelkiss, his entire family, and to everyone here that's made this tournament go round. We want to thank you for watching here on Inside Bowling. Again, congratulations, Nate Stubler.
Thank you, sir.
Got her done here in the championship match. We'll see you down the road here on Inside Bowling. Have a good day, everybody.
Thank you.